Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher is now joining us live in the studio.
Mayor, thanks for being with us tonight. First, what are your thoughts on the eviction crisis facing our community?
I mean, it breaks your heart when you see these stories, and it's another example of what this pandemic has done to our economy, what the city has done, and what it's done, more importantly, what it's done to families. The city's put aside $21.2 million to help with eviction prevention. We're in courts this week to have mandatory mediation as well. Homelessness and kicking people out of their apartments, I mean, it does nobody any good, from the landlord to the family on down. Also calls out for the need for the federal government to get back to the table on this next package of relief coming to cities.
And Mayor, we also had a story earlier about safety concerns going downtown. What do you want people to know about working and visiting downtown right now?
You know, people have seen pictures and coverage of different events, but downtown is really, for the most part, undergoing normal type of activity. When people coming down, they're eating, they're going to work. Not as many people are, obviously, with the COVID restrictions. There are protesters out and about from time to time. Usually in the evening is when it gets a little more difficult downtown. So, but I would say, you know, go ahead, live your life, come downtown. You'll see it's a peaceful place, except sometimes during the protest. I understand that, where people are uncomfortable about it, but the operations, our good restaurants are still open.
Protesters reported at least 3 people were hurt during interactions with police Tuesday night, including a woman who required surgery after nearly being hit by a police cruiser. Do you believe LMPD is escalating tense situations during these protests?
Well, LMPD's got a very difficult job right now, obviously, to protect protesters' right to demonstrate and then keep the peace at the same time. So Tuesday was a good example of when there was, you know, reportedly going to be large amounts of protest and demonstration. LMPD put a plan in place that allowed peaceful protest to take place. Some people blocked roadways. They refused to move, so that they then removed and arrested them there, as what's required because of state law on keeping orderliness and allow people to continue to pass through the roadways. But I can tell you LMPD is doing the best they can, as I think the protesters are as well, to be as peaceful as possible during all these difficult times.
And Mayor, the decision was made to have no fans at next week's Kentucky Derby. What did you think about that decision? And also, are you concerned about protests happening during the Derby?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, Churchill did a good job, right, of saying public health comes first. And to have all the people in there during this time of the pandemic was a decision that they felt was not good for the spectator experience and certainly for the public health of the city as well. In terms of protests happening during the Derby, we expect that there will be protests going on. LMPD will have plans along with our state partners to make sure that everything stays safe as it possibly can during that type of experience, so that we can go ahead, and we should be able to do both, right? You should be able to have cries for racial justice. You should also be able to run the Kentucky Derby. And I hope that both of those will coexist, and certainly we have plans to make that happen.
People want their sports, fall sports, at the high school level as well. The High School Athletic Association and the governor have both agreed to move forward with fall sports. What are your thoughts?
Well, it depends on how they conduct themselves, right? I mean, you have to have face mask wearing while you're doing sports, just like everything else. So people are anxious. They want to keep, you know, getting out and doing their sports. So I understand that, but we still have to take the public safety precautions while that's taking place.
Mayor, let's talk about the Kentucky State Fair this year. There were also no visitors allowed at the State Fair. How do you think it's going so far?
I was out at the State Fair earlier this morning, and you know, it's definitely a different experience. First off, there's just not nearly as many people. Only people that are participating in the State Fair are allowed to be there. So from that perspective, I think we're demonstrating that we can put on a State Fair, and we can look to other programs coming in the future, other activities coming down the road here in the next couple of months to see if we can put this on safely. Perhaps we can put others on safely as well. So far, so good.
Mayor Fisher, we appreciate you stopping by and talking to us tonight.
All right, thank you.